Hello and welcome to ETCIO Transformation Leader Series. In this leadership series, we bring to you some of the top technology leaders from across industries to talk about how they are leading the digital transformation charter in their respective companies. For today's discussion, I'd like to welcome Sudhir Kanvinde, who's the Chief Information Officer at the Supreme Industries. Welcome, Sudhir.
Thank you for having me here.
Thanks for coming in. Sudhir, this whole pandemic has had a major impact on companies in terms of their digital footprint. And a lot of different companies are trying different ways to come out of it and make sure that, they're managing assets and people in a more comprehensive way. So as a CIO, what are your top priorities when it comes to transforming your organization in terms of a digital footprint?
Yeah, very good question. See, working from home was not a new thing for the IT sector. We had offsite support for many years now. During COVID-19, it became a challenge because even the non-IT guys were expected to work from home. The main issues were connectivity, information flow, and security. The digital transformation strategies were accelerated due to COVID. That is my experience, because otherwise earlier approval for working from, upgrading your bandwidth and routers, security used to take time. But now with this new feature, not feature, but this new, because of COVID, all that got escalated and, fast approvals were in place. So over the next year, if you see three top priorities, I would say taking steps for building an agile organization, making the most of market opportunities created by large-scale digitization. This is in almost all the sectors, rather. And then the third one is focusing on security practices on a continuous basis. So these are my three priorities.
Thanks. I think those are excellent points to start with. And in fact, when we talk about digital transformation, we have started talking about this new term, which has become kind of a cliche, which is like the new normal. People see it in different way. Every industry describes it in a different way. Just want to understand from your perspective, as we roll into this new chapter wherein some people are working from home, some are still in office. How are you actually leveraging digital technologies to actually drive this transformation? Any specific technologies that you'd like to talk about?
See, COVID has taught us that the totally, unexpected can happen, and we have to get through it, no matter what. So that is first aim. That's what we learned. The process of digitization has been well on track before COVID. So, but further innovation and design thinking is encouraged now to gear up for the future. I think that to be future ready, we have to proactively anticipate change and not wait for change to happen. And this change does not have to be handled in a traditional way either, because earlier, it's like a traditional way you take, when there's one kind of a problem statement, you give answer. So that need to be changed. There's a lot of encouragement for creative solutions to old and new problems. Many organizations are moving away from their traditional cultures and adapting to the new demands. You must have seen people are allowed to work from home. And if you see, the utilization is more when because because commuting in major cities is very difficult. So with working from home and good bandwidth, good network, people are basically giving best when they work from home. I'm not saying every day, but when during this pandemic. But now time for everyone to start this routine and whatever best possible, maybe for 3-4 days in a week work from home, and work from office, and then 1 or 2 days from home. That we can adapt to it.
It's an interesting point. You talked about design thinking and making it part of the company culture. Can you elaborate a bit about how you are leveraging that within your organization?
Yeah. So when we say, first understand what are the our requirements. Like we have multiple factories. We have around 28 factories, and if you consider depots, there are 41 locations. So we have connected all these factories with SD-WAN. Very few companies are on this technology. So when this activity started, first we connected all our factories. Now we are moving towards MES. Then we are also implementing IoT. Couple of factories are already, we have incorporated SCADA technology. So plan is to first identify which solution or digital transformation solution is suitable for our requirement, roll out in one factory. Once that is successful, do it at all remaining factories. So that is something we are following.
Excellent. Now, one of the things that is pretty common with any IT deployment is getting everyone on board. And it gets all the more critical when you're looking at a company-wide digital transformation. So how are you really working with other business functions to make sure that, it's not just an IT project you're talking about, but actually talking about delivering business value?
The organization's IT has to align with the business, as all business functions are now IT driven, whether it's HR, admin, or supply chain, everyone needs IT. As we have seen in the past 2 years, with the right IT infrastructures and strategies, businesses in all sectors cannot only keep moving ahead, but also flourish, and they have prospered. So this is what is experienced. Like IT companies, even people are working from home, the timesheet, everything, and then the deliveries are on time. I was with my another, I joined this company very recently, but in my earlier stint with government of India, we have rolled out many projects, people supporting or working from home. So that kind of, but this is possible only when you know business, because IT as such, when I said IT should be aligned with business, at the same time, it's very important that business requirement and expectation management needs to be done. Without expectation management of business, IT cannot initiate any project. Now, say for example, uncertainty can be handled through the upcoming technologies like AI, blockchain, or digital twin. So apart from reporting and compliance functions, IT can certainly contribute to the core business functions. So once IT is starting or helping core business, that is, it's kind of a win-win situation for the entire organization.
Absolutely. It's great to hear how you're actually aligning IT with business goals, and I hope others also learn from this and are able to bring in business value in their own companies as well. Thank you so much for joining us, Sudhir. It was wonderful having you.
Thank you, Varun. Thank you very much.